Good day, everyone. Today I'm going to discuss gene therapy, but first, let us find out what is gene therapy.
Let's quickly talk about gene therapy. Gene therapy is an interesting way that doctors and the biotechnology field are treating people with disorders using a virus. They basically hijack a virus and insert a healthy gene into that virus. Then they use the infectious ability of a virus to infect the human with not the virus's DNA, but a healthy gene. This essentially inserts a healthy gene into a person with a misfunctioning gene. Now, this is not widespread, meaning it doesn't get to every single cell, but if we can localize it to a specific organ, this can really help a person out. Here's another way of looking at it. We have this virus with a correct or functioning gene. That virus is going to infect the cell with that functioning gene and help that cell make the correct protein because it has a defective gene making it a defective protein.
This technique presents the following risk. First is the unwanted immune system reaction. Your body's immune system may see the newly introduced viruses as intruders and attack them. This may cause inflammation and, in severe cases, organ failure. Second is targeting the wrong cells. Because viruses can affect more than one type of cells, it's possible that the altered virus may infect additional cells, not just the targeted cells containing mutated genes. If this happens, healthy cells may be damaged, causing other illness or disease, such as cancer. Infection caused by the virus. It's possible that once introduced into the body, the viruses may recover their original ability to cause disease. Possibility of causing a tumor. If the new genes get inserted in the wrong spot in your DNA, there is a chance that the insertion might lead to a tumor formation. Another issue is gene therapy can be extremely pricey, making it inaccessible for some people. For example, Zolgensma, a gene therapy to treat spinal muscular atrophy, is the most expensive medication in the United States. It costs $2.1 million for a course of treatment. Experimental gene therapy is relatively new, and there's still a lot about it that we don't know. Right now, there are no guarantees. Exactly how successful gene therapy will be is still uncertain. Potentially dangerous. There's some concern that if gene therapy reaches other cells in the body besides the faulty cell, it could have harmful effects. There's also concern that reproductive cells could be changed without detection, and this could be passed on to people's children.
Is germline gene therapy ethical? Germline gene therapy targets the reproductive cells, meaning any changes made to the DNA will be passed on the next generation. Consequently, the practice has dramatically divided opinion. Germline gene therapy is when DNA is transferred into the cells that produce reproductive cells, eggs or sperm, in the body. This type of therapy allows for the correction of disease-causing gene variants that are certain to be passed down from generation to generation. However, for many, this is where they feel the benefits of germline gene therapy stop. Germline gene therapy is currently not legal in the UK because the risks still appear to outweigh the benefits. Somatic gene therapy is when DNA is transferred into body's tissues. It specifically targets cells in the body which are not passed on the person's children. As a consequence, it doesn't raise the same ethical issues as germline gene therapy. Do the potential benefits of germline gene therapy outweigh the potential risks? Yes. Germline gene therapy enables the correction of disease-causing mutations that are certain to be passed on from generation to generation. sparing future generations from suffering from the disease. It enables the generation being treated to lead a healthy life.
Does germline gene therapy consider an individual's human rights? Yes. No unborn child, whether conceived naturally or artificially through IVF, and germline gene therapy is able to choose their genetics and whether they are born with or without a particular condition. Is germline gene therapy affordable? Yes. If germline gene therapy has the potential to remove a disease completely from the population, it will remove the long-term healthcare cost of treating the disease. This is likely to justify it being available through the Nation Health Service in the UK. No. In areas of the world without a free health service, only parents who can afford stable health insurance will be able to undergo germline gene therapy. Poorer parents will not have access to this form of therapy. Is germline gene therapy really needed? Yes. With the widespread use of germline gene therapy, particular genetic condition could be eliminated from the population altogether. Conditions like Huntington's disease could become diseases of the past in the same way that global vaccination programs have eradicated diseases like polio. No, germline gene therapy will never be effective enough to rule out the need for post-fertilization screening of embryos. Germline gene therapy involves more steps and introduces additional risks to the embryo compared with IVF and screening for healthy embryos before implantation.